We have gone through the facts. We have also settled down 4 principles of law that are in consonance with the earlier. But our finding, as far as this case is concerned, in our opinion, this is the case where the entire selection process is vitiated and tainted beyond resolution. Manipulations and frauds on a large scale, coupled with attempts to cover up, have dented the selection process beyond repair and partial redemption. The credibility and legitimacy of the selection are denuded, and accordingly, then we have proceeded to make some modifications in directions given by the High Court. Now, final directions are: we find no valid ground or reason to interfere with the direction of the High Court that services of tainted candidates where appointed must be terminated, and they will be required to refund any salaries or payments received. Since their appointments are a result of fraud, this amounts to cheating. Therefore, we see no justification to alter this direction. For candidates not specifically found to be tainted, the entire selection process has been directly declared null and void due to egregious violations and illegalities which violate Article 14 and 16 of the Constitution. As such, appointment of these candidates are cancelled. However, the candidates already employed need not be asked to refund or restitute any payments made to them, or the services will be terminated. Furthermore, no candidate will be appointed once the entire examination process and results have been declared void. Some of the appointed three, Some of the appointed candidates who do not fall within the category of tainted candidates may have previously worked in different departments of the state government or autonomous bodies, etc. In such cases, although the appointments are cancelled, these candidates will have the right to apply to the previous department autonomous bodies to continue in service with those entities. Such applications must be processed by the respective government departments or bodies within 3 months, and the candidates will be allowed to resume their positions. Further, the period between termination of the previous appointment and rejoining will not be considered as a vacant service. The seniority and other entitlements will be preserved, and they will be eligible for increments. However, for the period they were employed under the disputed appointment, no wages will be paid by the state government or the autonomous process. This process must be completed expeditiously and, if required and necessary, this process must be completed within 3 months, and if required and necessary, by creating supernumerary posts for persons appointed in the interim. Lastly, we address the case of disabled candidates. Our attention has been drawn to one such case where the impugned judgment has held that the appointee, Toma Das, shall be allowed to continue on humanitarian grounds. While we will not interfere with this finding, we make it clear that other differently able candidates are not entitled to the same benefit, as this would contradict legal principles and the rule of law. However, in consideration of their disability, these candidates will be permitted to continue and receive wages until fresh election process and appointments are completed. The disabled candidates mentioned in the previous paragraph will be allowed to participate in the fresh selection process, if required, with age relaxation and advocate sessions. Similarly, other candidates who are not specifically tainted will be also eligible to participate with age relaxation. In our opinion, such direction would be fair and just, as it allow these candidates to take part in fresh selection process, which would now be initiated to fill the vacancies. Our observations and findings would not influence the criminal proceedings. Accordingly, we uphold the impugned judgment, cancelling and block the entire selection process, but have made certain modifications in the directions issued by the High Court. Appeals are disposed of in the above terms. We, however, will independently take up the issue with regard to the appeals filed by the State of West Bengal with regard to the direction of investigation by CBI on the decision taken to create supernumerary posts. Especially petitions to this extent will be listed for hearing on 4th of April 2025. All pending applications, including implementation application, also stand post of no order is to cause.
Grateful, but can I seek my Lord's indulgence for something which I cannot mention, my Lord, in the mail, my Lord. I'll have to mention, if your Lordship permits. There is one matter where, my Lord, it's a huge parcel of land where the central government has succeeded before the High Court. The matter long back was referred to a 3 honorable judges bench. And on my request, because, my Lord, the government is planning some international level manufacturing activity on that land. But because of status quo, we are unable to do that. It's a 3 honorable judges bench matter. On my request, it was placed before the bench headed by my Lord Justice Suryakant. But now, since there are no 3 judges bench, Lord, the matter could not be taken up. If your Lordships can consider, my Lord, putting that matter for a day, it would be over in a day, both sides.
The bench, all the 3 judges have already been nominated. Justice Suryakant is heading the bench.
My Lord Justice Suryakant is heading the bench. We mentioned and we said one session each will complete.
Just mention it before Justice Suryakant, whatever date whatever directions will be there, we will come back.
Then I'll mention and then, my Lord, trouble your Lordships again.
Lord, because commission one matter,
I mentioned, please move in, mentioning slip.
This is a civil appeal, Lord. The registry did not accept a mentioning memo. Lord, this is a regular civil appeal.
Question it by way of a memo or
If the registry is not accepting.
they move an application for early hearing, that's it.
Ours is a partner, mine is a partner matter, it's a regular matter.
Maybe move an
It
app,
to come up on the 5th of February.
please
it will
move,
come up.
no, please. We can't help it, sometimes partner matters also cannot be listed because of the other matters coming up. But whatever it is, if there is a matter which is to be taken up in the regular hearing, please move an application for early hearing. You can't mention it, I don't want to start this practice of mentioning again.
But Lord, our regular matters, Lord.
Regular matter, move an application for early hearing, that's it.
Lord, here the issue is your lordships had already directed 1 year back to list it within 2 weeks. 1 year back. Lord.
Please move another application, that's it.
Lord, I wanted to make a personal request. In 104, I have sought the permission of all the other parties. I'm in a partner today. If it comes, my Lord, it may be said not for today. Only not for today, my Lord. Much obliged. Somebody will be here, my Lord, when it is found out. Right?
We'll move earlier.
My lord, I am troubling your lordship, my lord. It's an urgent matter of demolition of EWS houses, my lord, in Gurgaon.
Please move an application or adjournment
No.
or mentioning slip, it will be taken up.
My lord, we have, I'm just explaining 1 second only, my lord. My lord, the matter was listed on Friday. The lordship, court number 6 has directed that all the matters should be listed before one bench. One matter was listed before another bench. My lord, the order is to be
You'll
listed.
get the order, I think you have already spoken to me about it, you'll get your list tomorrow.
Two matters are already listed today, Minister.
Maybe those were taken up, they're taken up. If they're not taken up, we'll just other matter tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Just
I'm
give those
ready.
numbers.
I'm obliged.
Yes, please.
Just one minute. Also
Tell me one thing, what is this care of address at Mumbai? Who is the person with whom you are residing?
Manoj, their uncle is there, Manoj, because
Sorry.
continuously, Manoj,
Sorry, please. This is
for so
all.
long time, Manoj, this is residing.
No, you don't start residing with uncle.
I will clarify it.
No, sorry, please. This care of address is on.
Hey, Manoj, because when she was in
No, you don't go to.
captain in
From
she
Juno,
can
you went to
so that's why he shifted from
When
there.
residing with uncle,
But Manoj,
don't make up a sham story.
get admission also there. Manoj, your lordship may kindly consider this. Manoj.
What
Additional, I will give the additional affidavit.
Proceedings will continue. Proceedings will continue. We'll be getting that on. Proceedings have to continue. This kind of, you can't go and say what's the relationship with the uncle?
Real uncle is there, Manoj.
What do you mean a real uncle?
Manoj,